Ah, why is it so loud? Why is it so loud? Let me fix that.
Hold on. I love this song.
Oh, now I know why it's... Wait,
I had
what it...
ears.
Fuck. I don't know what input I have it set to. Fuck. Ah!
I'll have to give myself a promotion.
Technical difficulties
Really?
already. Oh, there's the problem. It's set to, the wrong thing. There we go.
Oops.
It's set to ludicrous.
It's set to Mini instead of Wumbo.
That'll do it.
There we go. Good evening, my darling batlings. Wouldn't be one of my streams without technical difficulties.
Nope. And I wouldn't be around here if... Here's the thing. It would also not be one of your streams where you unintentionally make you break out laughing for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah. That does tend to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's unintentional, other times it's completely intentional.
Yep.
We call
I'm joined-
those Tuesdays.
I'm
It's a
joined
Friday,
tonight by
sorry.
JKR and Nerd E Furret, who's still in spooky Furret mode.
Yeah, I haven't had time to get to my computer to fix it.
I mean, if Christmas is allowed to bleed into November, then so is Halloween.
Exactly.
Anyways,
fair.
we're continuing No More Heroes 2 tonight. When we left off, we were just about to switch control over to Shinobu to see what she had been doing in between her brief appearance that we caught a glimpse of in one cutscene and her return at the end of the Battle Royale.
Nice.
Nice.
Anywho's let's switch on over here and get out of the throne room. There we go.
Let's see.
No more heroes anymore. No more heroes anymore.
What do you want
And
about
that's
Furret?
after that before we get copyright struck.
I mean, it is named after that song. Because
That explains
Suda51
a
is a
lot.
big fan of music, is a big fan of all sorts of music, especially punk.
Today I learned a thing.
Also, I like
more
that the
you
title screen
know.
changes to reflect the fact that you're now playing as Shinobu. And don't worry, you're not going to see her taking a dump in save screens.
Good.
Damn. Me too.
Sure. I'm eager to kill, so hurry with the details.
Straight to the point. I like that.
I just noticed with the headphones on that in the cutscenes where Sylvia's using that whatever that kind of weight loss fitness thing is called, her voice is vibrating as well.
Yeah.
That's a nice
Time
attention to
Master.
detail.
Creepy little girl.
Don't forget your promise. Double cross me, and you're dead.
You cannot.
Oh my.
You're not worth the stain on my blade.
Ladies,
I'll say
ladies, the dress looks nice on both of you. Stop fighting.
I'll say it again, that is Sylvia's worst look, and she has a lot of looks.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in this game, but especially in No More Heroes 3. So, Shinobu introduces a couple new mechanics, one of which is brand new to the entire series. She can jump.
You got the hots for me?
Ooh.
Lay gasp.
What's this jump thing you speak of?
This.
Is that thing where you get off the air for a brief moment and then land?
Nah, that's falling with style.
You got the
Oh, okay. I'm really good at that part.
Also, Shinobu's, she's a very cocky character, as we saw in No More Heroes 1, and that plays into the way that she fights. After every combo, rather than letting you do a bunch of infinite strings like Travis does. Once she reaches a certain point in that combo, she stops to taunt the opponent, which leaves her open to be attacked.
Oh boy.
No, Jeebus.
But she also has another thing that Travis doesn't have, which is her charge move, rather than being like, you know, a lunge or a sweep, is the projectile move that she used in her boss fight.
Well, you know, there is another thing that she's got over Travis that he doesn't have.
That amazing outfit.
Yeah, a sexy outfit at that.
Yeah, she gets a couple more outfits throughout the series. By the time of No More Heroes 3, she settled on like a Bruce Lee Game of Death inspired outfit. You know, the yellow tracksuit with the black stripes on it.
Okay.
You might also recognize as an outfit from Kill Bill, which was also a reference to Game of Death. And
I've never
there's
really watched Kill Bill, so
I haven't either. But with this HD version, there's also a detail that I didn't notice before, which is if you look close, I can't really zoom in the camera, but if you look closely at the arm, like her right arm, the one that she wields her sword with, that's her prosthetic arm, and there's clues to it being prosthetic, like how it doesn't have exposed fingers on the glove.
and the fact that she's shaking a little bit with that, isn't she? I don't know if she would do that with the
That's her.
natural
That's
arm.
just an idle animation for her.
Oh, okay.
But another clue is like if during cutscenes, especially in scenes where they have like a close up on her, if you look at her prosthetic arm, you can see part of the prosthetic that leads up to where it was cut off, peeking out through her glove.
Ah, okay.
And for the record, she does have to recharge her katana just like Travis, because, you know, they couldn't have her be too broken. But she doesn't jack off her sword like Travis does.
Good.
Does she at
Instead, she
least
does.
tickle it and tease it a little?
Instead, she does this.
Okay.
So she pets it.
She
Yes.
basically,
She's supposed to be
That's like-
sharpening it.
yeah, which you could hear with, you know, like stereo headphones, I think, or like, you know.
Yeah,
just
because
headphones in general.
because she's using like a traditional katana instead of Travis's beam katana.
Right.
And it's also sort of a play on, like, in a lot of samurai movies, like, it's a common thing for, like, them to have to wipe the blood off of their blade,
Yeah.
after a duel. Because these kind of swords, like, if they got too coated with blood, they would become less sharp. They would dull over time, and even start to rust if they were exposed to blood for too long.
You know, it's the nature of time that the old ways must give in. It is the nature of
Anyways.
time that the new ways comes in sin.
There's her projectile attack I was talking about. Although, she
Nice.
shouts out the wrong thing when she does it. Genkoken was her one-hit kill move in the first game, which was like a high-speed barrage of slashes. Whereas Genkoken, like, the move she's doing should be Sonic Sword. I think, if I remember correctly, she does say Sonic Sword sometimes, just not all the time.
Ah.
And unlike
kinda
Travis,
hurts.
she cannot upgrade any of her stuff, so you're stuck with her base stats. But given that you only play as her for, I think, 3 levels, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Now there's hints from, like, early trailers and stuff that a lot of stuff ended up being cut from No More Heroes 2, including some more levels for Shinobu and actual levels for Henry, because as we'll see, he is playable, but it's only for a single boss fight, not an entire level.
Ah, okay.
And her shouting out Moe like that does get addressed by herself during her save screens. One of the things she can say is, "What is Moe anyway?" Like, she picked it up from just Travis saying it out of context, and she thinks it's like a battle cry.
Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, in a way it is. It's his battle cry, though.
Not really. Like, he just said it while sensually rubbing his anime poster.
Oh, okay.
She thinks of it as like a battle cry, or like when she said "There you have no Moe." She thinks it's like some sort of like, you know, honor or spirit or something like that. But no, it's just Travis is an otaku who's into like the most generic anime.
Yeah.
And remember, we will strike fear in their hearts as we sing out our mighty battle cry. The bathtub is running!
I have no idea what that's a reference to, but that's hilarious.
Whose line is it anyway?
Oh, I haven't seen Whose Line in a long time, and I only saw like random episodes that aired in syndication.
Yeah, this was when they did the one where they're given lines from the audience and they have to say those lines at a random point, some point in the skit they're doing.
Oh, okay. So we gotta avoid the laser tripwires. There we go.
Hey, laser tripwire.
Thing to say to start a fight. Hey, you guys want to start a fight?
I can think of things to say to start a fight from an old claymation from Playworld, like one of the first Playworld shorts, which I think actually it didn't get a remake. It was Henry Shotgun that got a remake. It was called Bar Fight, and like after the first two people start hitting each other, there's a guy in the bar that says, "Bar fight!" Then the guy next to him says, "No bar fight today." Aww. Okay.
You know, I know.
Yay! And then like after yaying, he bashes him over the head with a beer bottle.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, I actually know a good way to start a fight right here, right now. Hey, Furret.
Hey, Bomb.
Starscream is the worst Decepticon in history.
But you have heard of Starscream because of that.
I concur. He is actually a terrible Decepticon.
He's a terrible Decepticon, but he's a memorable Decepticon. One of the most memorable, to the point where he is the only Transformers character to have a trope named after him on TV tropes. Because of how memorable his specific role is.
You have no moe.
I'm glad we could agree on this, JKR.
Okay, how about this? Barricade is easily forgettable.
Again, I concur. He is easily forgettable. Most people don't remember him.
You're just doing this to avoid a fight, aren't you?
You know who else is easily forgettable? You know who else is easily forgettable, canonically so?
Red Herring?
No. Red Herring's not a Transformer. Skids.
Yeah.
You know, like in IDW, it was a plot point that everyone forgot him.
Yep.
But what about Mudflap?
Nah, not that Skids. Not that Skids and Mudflap. The IDW, the G1 Skids. The good Skids. Not the racist Skids.
Yeah. No, honestly, I hated those two. And it was like
nobody liked those two. Michael Bay didn't like those two.
Fun fact, Michael Bay owes the entire fandom $25,000 each because he made a bet on social media for $25,000 that no one could prove that Skids and Mudflap or that like either one of them were in Dark of the Moon, even though their Skids is visible in a shot in one scene that they forgot to edit him out of.
Yep. And it's actually been proven on the internet that is actually that Skids is there in vehicle mode. They just forgot to cut him out.
Yep.
Those bastards.
But
At the very least, we can say that we can all agree that Skids and Mudflap, or whichever one of the two he played, is easily Tom Kenny's worst role that he's ever played.
Yeah.
I mean,
Honestly, in my opinion, sorry to interrupt you for it, but I'm just gonna say this one last thing. The only Mudflap I recognize is the one from Cybertron, the one with the stereotypical French accent. That's who I think. That's the Mudflap I recognize. I don't recognize any other Mudflap. But yes, you were saying for it?
I don't even remember.
Time to take a nice, refreshing save.
Ooh. Oh my. Thank you.
It's a Japanese game. They can't get away with showing uncensored nudity. Thankfully.
Yeah.
For the purposes of this stream, thankfully.
Well, you weren't wrong. We aren't watching her take a shit.
Yeah,
And
with a couple
Henry
of
doesn't
perverts.
get a save screen because he's only in a boss fight. And I remember an old forum thread where it was like, what would Henry's save screen be like if Travis's is taking a shit and Shinobu's is taking a shower? And the consensus was washing his hands.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said his name wrong. Not Henry. Mr. Sir Henry motherfucker.
Yes.
Who's there?
Sorry.
Well, now
but
I'm
I gotta
curious.
move quick.
Is there any other
Okay, so
Mudflap
this
games?
boss here, Million Gunman, he has a specific gimmick to his design that a lot of people
You
miss.
can fight Travis, but that's a huge if.
You talk a lot of trash.
He's supposed to look like Roger Moore, with the voice of Sean Connery, with, he's supposed to be a mashup of James Bond's, with the gun from Francisco Scaramanga, as played by Christopher Lee.
Nice.
So he's supposed to be like two of the most iconic James Bonds mashed up with one of the most iconic Christopher Lee villains. Or at least wielding one of the most iconic weapons from the James Bond franchise. Also, he doesn't shoot bullets. He shoots rolled up $100 bills.
That's funny. I honestly forgot that Christopher Lee played a James Bond villain.
Yeah. Part of the reason he played a James Bond villain is because he was the cousin of the author of the James Bond novels.
That I knew.
And also was partially an inspiration for the character of James Bond, because he was an actual spy during World War II.
God damn, what didn't Christopher Lee do?
He also recorded a metal album when he was late into his life. 2 metal albums, actually.
That's what I'm saying. What didn't that man do?
No mowing.
Appear in an MCU movie?
God knows if he'd lived, if he was still alive, he would have by now.
He would have, and he would have played Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
He would have played
Doom.
he would have played either Doctor Doom or Magneto. If he had lived to now, he would have played either Doctor Doom or Magneto.
Honestly, I think he would have played Doctor Doom because, as far as I understand, he's for like however long it had been, he never actually shaved away his iconic beard from the Count Dooku look.
Now that you bring it up, you might be right.
You're nowhere.
I mean, I thought he had the beard before the
No mowing.
I mean, he did have the beard for a short period of time before Attack of the Clones, but it wasn't like, I think after Attack of the Clones, it just became like an iconic thing for him, and he just kept having his beard like that. Because there were times that he didn't actually have a beard in like his older movies, like when he played
especially
Dracula
the Dracula movies.
Exactly.
Any last words?
Just give me your name.
No.
When the gatekeeper to hell asks who sent you, tell him it was Shinobu Jacobs.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy your trip.
Oh, all right.
This is not the first time. This is not the first time that someone's been decapitated and still able to talk in this game specifically.
Yeah, right.
I'd say I have questions, but at this point,
Yeah.
I mean, just watch the VODs at this point.
Mm-hmm. Also, apparently, Cybertron Mudflap was transplanted into a G1 universe from by IDW. Apparently,
Okay.
it's interesting because apparently, like in Cybertron, he was a faction switcher, in the sense that he switched sides from Autobot to Decepticon and then back to Autobot.
This is an important scene.
It's this
Oh.
bishop's grave.
Yeah. Were you friends?
Yes, we never met in person, but we knew each other well.
So,
We
it's a big deal who this unnamed character is. This is legendary, like, hugely celebrated in Japan, Japanese director Takashi Miike, who Suda51's a
Oh,
big
wow.
fan of, playing himself.
Just lumbering. Don't mind me.
By any chance?
Do you know his best friend, Travis?
Of course.
Excellent. In that case, would you please give this to him? It is from Bishop.
This?
It is a lot of things, I suppose. Knowing it is your hand.
Hey, Coffee Pot, I see you changed your username finally. Awesome.
Now,
It's about dang time, dude.
before I go
Or at least changed it to one that was the closest thing that was available.
do.
welcome to the stream.
Welcome back is more like it. But I actually like the name Awfully Hot Coffee Butter.
This better be good.
I'm sorry, but I just had to say it like that.
You didn't, but you did.
I didn't, but I am an asshole, like my father before me.
You're an
I mean,
asshole.
I would have gone Italian with that rather than English.
Yeah, well.
Awfully hot, the coffee pot.
Yeah, well, that's not
Mamma
my go-to
mia.
act.
Ba-da-da-boopy, ba-da-da-boopy,
Babada beebada babada babada.
What's that pazzo? That's qui.
So you
Here
notice
for the
how this
last
stage
just
uses
because-
just straight up the level music from No More Heroes 1?
Here for the last time, just because you say nonsense with an Italian accent does not mean you speak Italian.
Technically, it's coffee pot, but coffee potta is one way to say it. That is true.
You need more practice. Loser!
But yeah, there's a reason that this stage uses No More Heroes 1 music. It's because we're gonna be fighting a returning No More Heroes 1 boss.
Nice.
Which, people that saw the No More Heroes 1 playthrough but haven't played any of the other No More Heroes games, you may be wondering, how the fuck does that happen? Travis killed everyone. I love her hanky-stanky-ass run in this game. Yes! Also, Pause Break, hello! How are you doing? Haven't spoken to you in a while, dude. I know you're a No More Heroes fan, so I figured... Yeah, I'm not surprised that you would tune into one of these.
Hey, Ferret.
It's 1:32 in
Hey,
the morning.
JKR.
Yeah, over there in England. It's not 1:32 in the morning over here in one of the shittiest parts of America.
Yeah. But, yeah, Furred.
Yo,
Nothing is really on fire, but rather fire is on things.
Okay, but what about
JKR, I'm
water in
literally
the
just trying
fire?
to eat my dinner. Can you please not make me have an existential crisis for 5 minutes?
Nope.
The funny thing is, I could actually see that being a conversation between Nika and Snap at some point.
Yeah, I can see it too.
I adore this game so much. This is my favorite in the series, and everyone is so mean to it. I mean, I think this game makes a lot of improvements to the combat, at the very least. And I'm split on 3 bringing back the ranking battles, because I feel like... Not the ranking battles, the entry fees, because I feel like the way 3 implements entry fees doesn't fit as well into the narrative as it did in 1. This one's very much like the odd duck of the series. Like, you can tell that it didn't have as much involvement from Suda 5-1. But, like, I do think it gets hated on too much.
You have no moe. No?
I mean, to be fair, Shinobu, even by the end of the series in No More Heroes 3, still doesn't know what moe is. There's also some thematic changes that get chat on. I remember a mutual friend was shitting on the map screen replacing the open world, but I made a pretty good case for thematically that being a representation of how much Santa Destroy has changed and how Travis doesn't even recognize the city anymore. I mean, part of it's also that, like, you can if you look at, like, some early trailers for the game, you can tell that they thought about including an open world, but ended up not including it because, like, basically you can tell there was a lot of cut content from this game, just like there was in all the other No More Heroes games. This one's nowhere near as obvious with where they had to cut content as it is in 3. But still pretty blatant. Like, you can tell the gaps in, oh, there was supposed to be stuff here, but they ran out of time and or budget. Hey, Shadow Dragon. Also, the No More Heroes 1 open world sucks shit. I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed driving around in it, just like, you know, I felt it had like a cozy vibe to it. But by God, was it too big and empty for its own good, and 3 only makes it worse. But I'll try and save 3 critiques for when we get to No More Heroes 3. Heroes Paradise cuts the top half off completely. That's right. I used to have a copy of Heroes Paradise until I sold it because I needed some money. But I've got a hacked PS3, so I can still play it anyway.
Right.
Heroes Paradise cuts off the top half of the map completely and moves the collectibles down south. Yeah, and that results in it being, like, you can tell, if you play them back-to-back, you can tell that there's stuff missing. But it also makes it so, like, oh, this is a whole area of the map that had, like, fuck all in it. And if you cut it out, it doesn't make that much of a difference to how the game plays out. Other than just feeling a little bit smaller. Yeah, the open world's definitely more for vibes. And, like, there's a lot, like, I've seen people say, like, oh, Suda 5-1 made the open world empty and shitty because it's a parody of, like, games like Grand Theft Auto. I'm like, I don't know how much I believe that and how much of that is, like, a, like, post-hoc rationalization for it. For, like, oh, we're retconning it to say that it was intentional all along and not just, questionable game design, which it's okay to question stuff that Suda 5-1 does in his games. He is not perfect. I feel like he would not want you to think that he is perfect. That would be against the whole punk aesthetic of him in his studio. And there are some things that I wish returned in 3, like multiple playable characters. We only got to play as Bad Girl in one game, and only as DLC. And, like, without going into spoilers for 3, because my co-hosts, all of my co-hosts really, throughout these playthroughs have not played the No More Heroes games. Shinobu and Bad Girl, and especially Batman, get the short end of the stick in No More Heroes 3. I can appreciate, you know, making it so you only have to focus on making one character that plays pretty well instead of trying to make 3 distinct playable characters, or 3 or 4 playable characters that all feel distinctly different from each other. But, like, 3 reeks of, like, compromises due to production troubles, because it was partly produced, like, during the very beginning and peak of the COVID pandemic. I just think Suda 5-1 makes budget games, and open world is a reflection of that. Yeah, well, part of it, I think, is that Suda 5-1 sort of, like, this is just, you know, I don't know, obviously I don't know Suda 5-1 personally, I'm not an expert on his library of games at all. I feel like he has these grand ambitions for, like, genre-breaking and genre-redefining games. And then he realizes partway through development, oh shit, I don't have the staff or time or budget to pull most of this off, so I'm gonna have to scale it down.
I mean, he makes
Killer 7 got a lot of Well, Killer 7 was a rare exception of being like a premier title from Suda 5-1, whereas, like, the games from Marvelous, because Marvelous outside of Japan is seen more as a budget publisher for more niche titles, and he did have some big partners with Lollipop Chainsaw and Shadows of the Damned, but we know how Shadows of the Damned played out, and Lollipop Chainsaw, while it was at the time the highest selling Suda 5-1 title, and definitely the one that got the biggest marketing push, you can tell it wasn't treated as a, like, huge tentpole release by WB Games. And yes, he has been fucked over by studios repeatedly. There's a reason that he didn't direct anything until Travis Strikes Again.
Oh, wow.
Like, just look at, when we get to Travis Strikes Again, for the people that are not familiar with Travis Strikes Again, just look at, the description of, the development of one of the in-universe games in there by Dr. Juvenile, and, how it portrays, her business partner, Damon Riccatello, and then look at how that parallels perfectly against the development of Shadows of the Damned. And you'll see, oh, Juvenile is his self-insert. The, unhinged genius creator who's been repeatedly fucked over by the industry and exploited. Suda and Yoko Taro have not worked on anything together yet. I would love for them to. The next big thing that supposedly, I say supposedly, it's been confirmed, but we all know how far out it's gonna be, is a collab between him and Swery, the creator of Deadly Premonition.
Wow, that's gonna be cray-cray.
Yeah, it's called Hotel Barcelona. It's gonna be a horror game, from what I remember. Hey, Kier.
Welcome
Big question,
to
why
the
does a lower rank
hotel.
employee need to keep reminding the higher-ups things like scheduling? Because the higher-ups don't actually come with more responsibilities. Theoretically, they're supposed to, but in practice, they just push those responsibilities onto the lower-ranking employees, and so they can have someone to scapegoat for their own incompetence and laziness. Welcome to capitalism, Kier.
You know, Kier, I think we should be escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Spice!
Peace.
Oh.
Travis uses the toilet. Shinobu showers Henry. Henry shaving would be a good one. We brought that up a little bit earlier, that back in the days where, like, I used to browse GameFAQs message boards a lot, there was a discussion on there of, like, what Henry's save screen would be. And, the general consensus there was that he would be, like, washing his hands in the sink. I'm still kind of mad with Suda and Kojima about Snatcher. I was so hyped for that right until I found out it was just an audio drama. To be fair, Kojima's already said that he would love to get some sort of re-release or remake of Snatcher, but the problem is, he's admitted that so much of Snatcher's imagery and storytelling borders on outright plagiarism of Hollywood movies that he would have to change a lot of it to get it re-released or remade, and by that point, it wouldn't be Snatcher anymore.
Yeah, that tracks.
Like, part of the appeal of Snatcher is that it's Blade Runner meets Terminator. If you change anything about that, it's not Snatcher anymore.
You okay with her, Ferd?
Yeah, I'm just kind of noticing it. Like, I'm watching and everything, but it's difficult to do this on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you need to hop out,
I mean, I'm
then
with you.
if you feel at any point that you can't continue and need to hop out, I understand, because you don't have your computer with you.
Yeah. I miss my computer.
Oh, totally understood, but can you imagine how much I freaked out when I heard Suda51 and Hideo Kojima are collaborating on a Snatcher prequel about John Jack Gibson? Yeah, I would have freaked out too. Also, at the very least, that confirms that Kojima has some sort of IP ownership of Snatcher instead of Konami owning it, if he's able to do that. So that does open the door for some possibilities in the future, potentially.
I think what we really need is a No More Heroes collaboration with Deadly Premonition.
I mean, that's basically what we're kind of hoping for with Hotel Barcelona. Because it's a collab between the creator of creator of No More Heroes and the creator of Deadly Premonition on a horror game.
Right.
Also, I need to return to Deadly Premonition sometime.
Welcome to the Hotel
That's the one that had the noodle
Barcelona.
eating thing, right?
No.
That's the one where I got stuck for a while looking for the right kind of squirrel.
Yes,
Yeah, that was the noodle thing was another one.
Yeah, that was Wanted Dead.
just squirrels.
Yeah. Oh, that's not... What is it? Like, what kind of fucking squirrel was it that I was supposed to be looking for? I would have loved Suda51 to collaborate with Kenji Eno. Too bad that didn't happen. Yeah, that would have been amazing, especially since they both have that whole, like, fuck the industry vibe to them. It's a shame that Kenji Eno didn't get recognized as the absolute genius he was by the industry during his lifetime. Like, the only reason I had heard about Kenji Eno was because of, you know, Uncle Derek back when he was known as the Happy Video Game Nerd, covering the, like, quote-unquote trilogy of, his most important games, D, Enemy Zero, and D2.
You know
I
what would
say
be a
quote-unquote
fun
trilogy
game?
because it's not an official trilogy, but like they all share thematic similarities and all star a female protagonist with a similar design who has the same name, Laura. The story about D's North American release and the way they skirt around the ESRB is insane. Yeah, and the way that he actively trolled it was either he trolled Sega or he trolled Sony with like promising exclusivity to them at first. No, it was he trolled Sony. It was like, oh, I'll be an exclusive partner for you, and they like kind of fucked him over with D, and then with the announcement for Enemy Zero. I don't know if there's any footage of this, but the story goes that like when he announced Enemy Zero, it started up with like a PlayStation logo that morphed into a Sega Saturn logo to announce that it was going to be a Saturn exclusive.
You know, it would be a fun and interesting game for all of us to play together, regardless of which one of us streams it.
Yeah.
Squirrel with a gun.
Yes.
Oh God.
Just the
I've
knowledge that game exists makes me happy.
I mean, one game that I would love for us to stream together, but it depends on whether the creator makes the assets for it public for Tabletop Simulator, is Joey's Castle.
Yeah, you told us about that.
Yeah, I still want to do that. A board game that can last anywhere from 5 minutes to 4 hours, depending on how lucky you are.
Smoothie.
X card on you.
Pardon me. Pardon who?
No, not pardon. X-card on you.
Alright,
Sir,
time
this
for
is a
our
win.
returning No More Heroes 1, boss.
What do we have here? A young lady? You know, it's...
So you remember how Destroy Man got split in half down the middle by Travis?
Gotta be more careful.
It's not this motherfucker again.
Now there's 2 of him!
See it on the news all the time. Maybe that's why she came. It's what
Jesus, the jiggle physics. Yeah, they gave her jiggle despite her not being the most endowed.
My master's got his hands full, so I'm taking his place.
Also, for it,
What?
if Destroy Man's voice sounds familiar to you, that's Josh Keaton.
Time for this.
You're taking Travis's place?
That's cool. Hold on. I'm just trying to register what the fuck's happening on the screen right now.
Oh, listen to this whore. Acting like she's some kind of femme fatale. Shut up and fight shit.
Yes, Spectacular Spider-Man Josh Keaton.
Seriously.
Major Ocelot Josh Keaton.
Reminds me of my complaining customers. Now, Travis, he knew how to fight like a gentleman.
Fucking God.
In half, sure, but he did it with grace.
What is this?
I mean, come on. Put her there. You know,
He always starts off a fight this way.
sportsmanship is paramount to a fair and clean fight. Hurry up and shake, dirty nympho.
Whatever. But which one?
Doesn't matter. Your choice. It's throbbing.
I don't know why they brought him back, because he was a fan favorite. He was one of the most popular bosses from the first game.
Destroy Spark.
Oh, jeez.
What the? What?
You can't shock her because she's got a prosthetic hand.
Yeah.
Haha!
I'll be sure Travis gets your head in the mail.
Enough with your freak show. Now bring it.
We're gonna kill you twice over. You're as good as
Can we point out that Destroy Man's not even a real superhero? Like, his day job is that he's a, like, post office worker, like, delivery man, and he just stars in some independent superhero movies.
That check.
Hey, Chris. Showed up just in time for, For lack of a better term, Shinobu getting double-teamed.
Probably not the first time it's happened to her.
I mean, the one Destroy Man was already making those jokes, so it's not my fault that we devolved into that.
No one ever said this was a kid's stream.
I explicitly said it wasn't.
Exactly.
So there is some kind of trick to this. Like, one of the tricks to this boss fight is getting them to attack each other. I'm just not very good at that.
Ah, yeah. That sucks.
Have you tried aiming?
Have you tried not being an asshole?
I did.
There we go. Got him to shoot. Got one of them to shoot the other with the destroy cannon. And you have to take them both out. And if one's taken out, the other can revive him, unless you interrupt them.
That sounds familiar for some reason.
This isn't even the craziest of the No More Heroes games. That would probably be either Travis Strikes Again or 3. They just ramp up the insanity throughout the series. And by Travis Strikes Again, they just straight up confirmed that Travis has the ability to communicate to players that are playing the game, not through like being aware of his status as a fictional character, but because he's able to form a connection with those on the other side. Can't really check chat right now, but I'll try to get to it in a bit. Ah, shit, I need to heal.
She moves like Raiden. Maybe because she's got nothing between her legs, like Raiden.
You're as good as
Like Coffee Pot said earlier, she's got that stanky ass walk.
You're as good as dead.
Also, I agree, Coffee Pot. If you're a kid, get the fuck out. I would say fuck them kids, but no, don't fuck them kids. I don't welcome that in my community.
Nope.
And no one should.
Nope. Absolutely not.
No.
It's like when Joel was streaming Imagine Babies for Nintendo DS, and he kept saying, "Fuck babies, don't fuck babies." Honestly, all the No More Heroes games has goofy-ass running animations. Yeah, they do. And I feel like part of that's on purpose. Because No More Heroes is a proudly goofy series. That still manages to have some, like, surprisingly emotionally heavy moments in it. It's so good. I swear I can do this. I swear I'm good at video games. I'm just bad at video games today.
I believe it too.
At the very least, I'm not gonna dark side fill this and be like, I was pressing buttons!
Yes, you are pressing buttons. But
The wrong buttons.
Yes,
I
exactly.
do that sometimes. I'll shout out things like, I swear to God, I'm pushing dodge!
Yeah. When in reality, you're not really.
See, the reason people don't let Darkside Phil get away with it is because he'll say, like, I didn't press anything, even though we can hear him pressing stuff. Also, if the name Darkside Phil sounds familiar to anyone that, wasn't part of that whole incredibly toxic, anti-Darkside Phil community that I kinda rose to semi-prominence back in, like, 2011, you might know him as the guy that accidentally streamed himself jacking off on Twitch. When he didn't know that he was live.
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
And then he insisted that he wasn't jacking off, he was just itching his leg.
Mm-hmm.
Sure he was.
One of my I've been out of the loop on a lot of Darkside Phil stuff for obvious reasons. But one of the things I recently learned was that, like, there was someone that was trying to... He hit him with his own move. I'd never seen him do that. But, like, there was someone who was trying to extort him for money by, like, trying to blackmail him, but the story that they were blackmailing him with was fake, claiming that, they were, like, a Dutch escort that he had hired, and owed, like, what was it, $50,000 to? And the funny thing is, people, like, believed her at face value when Darkside Phil kept on denying it, even though Darkside Phil was telling the truth. That, yeah. The reason that everyone wanted to believe it was not just because, you know, everyone likes to dunk on him. It was because he always lies anyway. This was so no one expected him to actually be telling the truth. He hit him with his own cannon again. I don't know how I didn't know that was a thing that you could do with this boss. Just stand underneath him and he'll shoot his cannon at himself. I've never seen that. That's gonna be my new strat.
Stop yourself.
It's literally stop hitting yourself.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
All right. I could not do a Sonic voice to save my life.
Well, it depends on what Sonic voice you want to do. Because each one has their own timbre to it. I know that's not the right word, but, fuck it. Having heard, like, I cannot do a good Jaleel White Sonic. Because I sound like I'm doing an impression of an impression.
Yeah.
But, like, for Jason Griffith... for Jason Griffith, he has a very particular vocal pattern that he goes into, and once you analyze that, you can do a pretty good Jason Griffith Sonic, where it's like, you just gotta keep raising your pitch every couple syllables like this, because that's what he would do whenever he was voicing Sonic. Whereas, Ryan Drummond was like, you know, high energy 90s dude. So he's like, let's blast through with Sonic speed!
Wait, Brian Drummond voiced Sonic?
No, Ryan Drummond. Not Brian Drummond.
Okay.
That's a different... they are completely unrelated to each other despite sharing the same last name. Very common mistake that, people make. I forgot about
Here in a
Base
minute, I'll look
Shaman.
something up.
I used to watch a bit of Base Shaman, but I forgot all about him. I mostly just watched his, like, Christery stuff before I stopped caring about Christery. Yeah, Roger Craig Smith just sounds like your average, like early 20s college bro. Like, I've heard a lot of people derogatorily referred to his Sonic as frat boy Sonic. And they're not exactly wrong with the kind of tone that he goes with for his Sonic voice.
Ah, yes, okay. I had to look up the name. So, fun fact, Ian James Corlett, who voiced Wars, and voiced Mega Man in the old Mega Man cartoon,
Yes.
is the father of Claire Corlett, who is best known as Sweetie Belle in the My Little Pony Friendship Magic.
You're cutting out a lot of stuff.
And is also the wife of Black Griffin.
Yeah, your connection is cutting in and out, and I can hear like some static on the side too.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me good now, or
No.
Sorry, dude.
any better? Any worse?
That's better.
Okay. So what I was saying is that Ian James Corlett, who is the voice of Cheetor and the original Mega Man, is also the father of Claire Corlett, who is famous for voicing Sweetie Belle in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and is also the wife of Black Griffin.
Black Griffin? Who's that?
He's a artist on YouTube, makes music.
Oh, okay.
He's the one behind.
Very famous YouTuber.
Yeah, he's the guy who is behind the song Five Nights at Freddy's. Is this where you want to be? I just don't get it.
I haven't heard of that at all, because I don't give a shit about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, yeah. I was saying...
Oh, Living Tombstone. Okay.
No. He's thinking...
I was thinking Living Tombstone.
Living Tombstone.
Oh, okay.
Two completely different people.
Yeah.
Anyway, time to finish off Destroy Man again. Time to spin!
I was about to redeem the spin on the rewards thing, but then I forgot. Oh yeah, he's using his 2D model tonight, so I can't do that.
That really blows.
Sorry.
Sex.
That's okay, I can't redeem anything.
That's no good.
I do have a new thing on sound alerts that should be up, and on my redeems. Text to speech.
That's no good.
Yeah, but I can't even log into the Twitch thing right now.
I'm not talking
well.
specifically to you, I'm talking to my audience.
I mean, that's fair.
I do this.
If somebody could do the zip line for me, you'd be my friend.
I already did that about, like, I don't know how long ago, but I did do that earlier.
I didn't notice it.
How I took them out.
Well, that's not my fault.
So anyway, we're done playing as Shinobu.
I'm just gonna go cry in a sad corner now.
There we go, there's a Shadow Dragon did a zipline for you.
Thank you, Shadow Dragon!
Up.
I suddenly want to shower LMAO.
What the hell?
Pesky little cub. You can't
God damn it, Kier. I was about to do something with that.
Hey, over here.
Hey, chicka bum bum.
I feel like that pervy teacher in a porn.
I mean, Travis is somewhat justified in feeling that, given that there's a 9-year, like almost decade age gap between them.
So, you can really count on her, yes? The rest should be easy now that she has done her part.
Yeah. Wait.
And it's almost decade age gap when they're still at the age where that matters. Because, like, the older you get, the less that, like, 5 to 10 years starts to matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, once you get into, like, your 40s, and it's like, oh, is it weird to date, like, a 35-year-old? No.
Yeah.
But given that she's, like, I think 21 at this point, and he's in his, like, early 30s. Also, we just got our last beam katana, the Rose Nasty, which means we can dual wield. But yes, good on Travis for... I hate to say this, but good on Travis for rejecting Shinobu.
Attention, attention. His Eminence, the Emperor of Destruction, will be with us shortly. His ship has landed at the air dome.
I wanted to hear what the voice was.
I forgot that I chose an Australian text-to-speech voice. Sorry, Spice Australian. Anyway, time to play with the pussy probably one last time.
That was
Aww.
Not because the cat disappears after this, but because we're almost done with her weight loss minigame. Or side quest. She continues to appear in every game in the series.
Good kitty.
And I'll give Furret a reason to tune in to when we get to Travis Strikes Again and No More Heroes 3, which is, oh, there we go. Jean is looking good. Nah, I wouldn't say she's looking good. Look at that model.
Oh, no.
Oh, good God. That poor
Granted,
cat.
granted, that looked better on the Wii on a CRT TV.
My God!
That poor cat.
So we just learned the step-in slice.
G'day, mate. Time to play with my kitter. It's about time. Fix
You
the
said
pussy.
something about you were going to give me a reason to, and then...
Oh, yeah. Starting in Travis Strikes Again, she can talk.
Oh, no.
But why?
Because why not?
Because she's that connected to Travis.
Perfect.
Is this one of
His
those she
Eminence,
can
our
talk and
Emperor
I'm
of
going to
Destruction.
like who the voice is kind of situations?
Travis Strikes Again, she only talks during some... Like, Travis Strikes Again doesn't have much voice acting. It's mostly, like, just text. Because it's a lower budget game. But in No More Heroes 3, she gets a proper voice actor. I'm not going to say who it
Travis
is, and I
okay?
encourage you to not look it up, because I want you to... Like, whenever... At whatever part of No More Heroes 3 you see first, I want your, like, actual reaction to hearing Cat Jean talk for the first time.
You do realize by
spoken
telling me
dialogue.
not to look it up. I won't look it up. I won't look it up. I won't even probably remember tomorrow morning, so...
Hey, Fur, were you gonna look something up?
No, actually I wasn't.
Anyways, time to go to the gym again. Let's see how many tries it takes me to beat these minigames, because, like, fucking Ryan Yamazaki here is the coolest trainer that we have in the whole series.
Oh. And a song that you would know him for, JKR, but Arikado most definitely would not.
Well, I know he was behind at least a collaboration between him and whoever else it was for, like, you should have picked Mercy.
Notices your
Or
chest
No
hair.
Mercy was the song.
UW times
The
7.
Black Griffin song, yeah. I was gonna say he's the guy who wrote and sings Insane. The song about Alistair and how he came to be in hell.
Oh yeah, that one. Yes.
I believe that was our last treadmill minigame, so now we just have to deflect dumbbells. And then we'll be done with training, and we'll never have to see Ryan again. I don't dislike his design or his characterization. I just hate his minigames. Notices your chest hair, uwu, times 7. Yeah, and they gave him titty physics, too. They get, as Vinny would say, they gave him some jiggly Robertsons.
You must be upgraded. You belong to us. You shall be like us.
Yeah, I definitely failed this time. The timing on these is so weird. Also, what was the boo for? Vinny just refers to boobs as Robertsons.
I don't know, it just doesn't sound right to me.
All your base are
For a second, I thought-
yes.
All your base are belong to us. You are on the way to destruction. What you say? You have no chance to survive. Make your time. Ha ha ha.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna refill my water.
Thank God he's gone. Now we can talk shit about him.
I heard that for it.
Damn, I didn't wait long enough.
If you need just one more reason to sign up for Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pass, they have the game that all your base originated from on that service for the Sega Genesis games. Yeah, Zero Wing. It was the Genesis version of Zero Wing that featured the All Your Base intro.
Huh. I didn't know it was on the Switch now.
It has been for a while.
I'm still waiting for them to fucking get off their asses and release Donkey Kong 64.
And Conker's Bad Fur Day.
There's no more excuse.
They have a separate section for mature Nintendo 64 games. Why wasn't the first one they added Conker's Bad Fur Day?
Probably because Nintendo's trying to forget that exists. Like, no, that's like legit a reason. Nintendo is trying like hell to forget that exists.
They can't escape it forever.
Funny thing is, they released that, put 2 games on it, and they haven't done shit with it since.
I think there's like
they were
4
supposed
games,
to put
3 or 4
Rocket-
games on it now.
Is there? I thought there was
Yeah.
only still the 2, Perfect Dark and Jet Force Gemini.
No, Turok is on there.
Is it now? Okay, I'll have to look at that. Because I was going to say, I know they were talking about releasing all the Turok games, but I didn't think they did it yet.
Just the first Turok is on there, I think. Maybe just Turok 1 and 2, I can't remember. I haven't checked in a while.
That's fair. To be fair, I rarely checked what games are on those things lately.
To be fair, Nintendo rarely updates them anymore.
It's not for a lack of them wanting to, either. It's just that they're running out of games that they think people want.
And then people still, like, point out the games that they want, and Nintendo doesn't add them. Not even counting, like, the licensed ones that they have to go through negotiations to add.
Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
No, the funny part is Rare has told them, you guys could put that on there. We don't care.
Nintendo knows that they can do that because they own Donkey Kong. Rare has no ownership of Donkey Kong 64.
No, but they get, because of the Rare shit that's in the game, they do have.
Oh yeah, because of the one fucking jetpack mini game.
Yep. That's what I'm saying is,
like, they already did it for the Wii U, so why is it harder to do it for the Switch?
That's what I'm saying, and like I said, Rare has even told them, guys, we don't give a fuck. Put it on there. Have fun. And Nintendo just keeps putting it on there, and it's starting to actually kind of make me sad. Oh, but Donkey Kong 64 wasn't even that good of a game. Fuck you, it wasn't.
I mean, they have bad games on Nintendo Switch Online, too. Doesn't matter whether it was that good or not.
Yeah. I mean, they have Battletoads Battletoads X Double Dragon.
Yeah.
The crossover.
What I find funny is that...
And...
What I find funny is that they have so many Double Dragon games on there, and then also, whatever random company owns Double Dragon at this point is also selling compilations of the NES versions on, like separately on Nintendo Switch, when you can just play them for free with a subscription.
There's a couple games like that.
Yeah, couple Castlevania and Contra games are on there. They're also part of those anniversary compilations.
Yep, Mega Man.
Well, the Mega Man games that are on there were not part of those compilations. None of the Legacy collections have included the Game Boy games or Wily Wars.
I could have sworn like the original Mega Man was on there.
Nope. Capcom's been very stingy with the games that they add to Switch Online, because they prefer to sell collections on all platforms.
Again, goes to show just how much paying attention I'm doing to the fucking collection on the Switch.
Also, I fucking finally beat that minigame. Also, Kier checked the mature rated Nintendo 64 games on Switch Online. It's Perfect Dark, Turok 2, and Shadow Man.
And what now?
Shadow Man. Which I find weird that they put Shadow Man on there, considering the N64 Shadow Man is not one of the better versions of Shadow Man, and they're also... You can also just buy the remaster of Shadow Man on Switch.
I honestly thought the Jet Force Gemini was M-rated.
Jet Force Gemini is on Nintendo 64 online, but it's not M-rated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought it was, because I thought it was like the big deal that they were releasing it, but they had to do the M rating one.
No, that was Perfect Dark.
Yeah, perfect. Well, it was Perfect Dark and that's what I'm saying. I thought it was
Jet Force
Dark
Gemini was rated T, I believe.
Yeah. Again.
Also, they haven't added they haven't added Killer Instinct Gold, which is, you know, weird. If they don't, if they really don't want to add Conker's Bad Fur Day, the least they could do is the better version of Killer Instinct. That was also a launch title for the N64.
Mortal Kombat Trilogy.
Well, that's on that gets into the problem of the fact that almost none of the Mortal Kombat games, apart from 10, 11, and 1 being, you know, the new one that was called Mortal Kombat 1, are available on modern platforms, not even the original arcade games.
That's true.
Like, that's why I think it's really stupid that the newer Mortal Kombat games are so, like, heavily tied into series-wide lore and fan service, because it's like, you expect people to have an encyclopedic knowledge of every single facet of Mortal Kombat lore, but you're not making the Mortal Kombat games available to play that you need to have played in order to get those references.
Airport 51.
This is exactly the kind of music I would play in a store if I had control over the in-store radio. Well, actually, no. I did have control over the in-store music when I was working at that shitty coffee shop. But I used it to play Sonic music.
That's funny. Well, he stuck it to the man, eh?
Well, he wasn't there. But the only time I turned it off was when, like, one customer said that it was stressing them out listening to It Doesn't Matter, the theme of Sonic from Sonic Adventure 1.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, if customers complain about it, I'm going to turn it off. But if the boss ain't there, and changing the music is as simple as just plugging my phone into it, then we're no longer listening to your shitty, like, not even boomer music, like geriatric music. We are listening to something from, at the very least, the 21st century. And if I was able to get a job at that other coffee shop like I was looking at for a little bit, then I would have been even more welcome, because I went in there once and they were just straight up playing metal on the in-store sound system.
Nice.
Like some Judas Priest or Iron Maiden or something.
Nice. Like, honestly, the only Judas Priest song that I listen to, and this is not even frequently, it's more so every once in a while, but it's A Touch of Evil.
You should listen to Halls of Valhalla. That's, like, I know a lot of people cite Painkiller or Breaking the Law or Living After Midnight as their best song, and those are all good, but my favorite is Halls of Valhalla.
That's fair.
It also really shows off the vocal range that Rob Halford developed over the years. Because, you know, Painkiller shows off how high he can go, whereas Halls of Valhalla shows off both how high and how low his voice can go.
Oh, wow.
Also, I would say, if you're going to listen to any version of Painkiller, listen to any of the live versions that start with their drummer doing a drum solo before going into the opening drum solo of Painkiller, because that dude can play a good solo. Like, there's a live version you can find on the Iron Maiden Vivo channel on YouTube that starts off with a really good drum solo.
Nice. But that actually just reminded me.
My controller disconnected for a second.
That's no good.
Yeah, the Joy-Cons disconnect more often than any other controller I've used. Not even, like, you know, when the battery's low. They'll just, like, decide they don't want to be paired.
Remember, kids, it's hard to play video games if you don't have a controller.
Remember, kids, if it's written down, it must be true.
Remember, if it's written down, it must be true. Until we meet again. What? No talk
Alright,
back
since
at
we
me?
don't have to do... Since I've got all the gym upgrades, and I've got all the katanas, there's really no reason to do the side jobs.
Remember, the first person to ever hear a parrot talk was probably not okay today.
Oh boy, ready to see how...
Meet again.
Ready to see how badly they fucked up the bike controls in this game. Anyways, back to Sylvia being sexy.
A man from the east had acquired power. Real power. Beyond brute strength or deadly weapons. Beyond technology or gimmicks. It's the power all humans have, but few learn to harness. It subdues all enemies with the sheer force of its will. When fighters
Ma'am, can you please calm your tits? They're moving too much.
see it in each other and form a brotherhood.
And if I were to say that to Sylvia, she would probably say something like, "Do I look like a ma'am to you?"
Spectators of such battle.
Stop with the man. Enough with the man. Do I look like a man?
Not man, ma'am.
No, I said ma'am. I just said man by accident. I meant ma'am.
This is probably thematically the best boss fight in the game, but gameplay-wise, the worst boss fight in the game, because it starts off with motorcycle jousting with incredibly shitty controls.
Oh, jeez. Yes, vroom vroom, motherfucker, vroom vroom.
Like, how long this section of the fight takes you is entirely dependent on luck.
That bad, huh?
Like, it depends on how often he's going to spam his charge.
Ah.
Like, I don't know if there's an actual strategy to this fight. Also, the turning is so oh, he just knocked himself off. That's another thing that can just randomly happen. But yeah,
So you
this
got
is the
luck.
only time you have to drive the bike, and it's a... You know, in such an enclosed space, why would they make the turning so... Not even loose, it's just... You can barely turn. And that's only the first phase of the fight.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he doesn't have a beam katana, he has a beam naginata that can summon a dragon made of pure energy.
Oh, jeez.
That's it.
Also, since we're dual wielding now, we have to do left and right inputs for our finishing moves. Have a good night,
boy.
Shadow Dragon.
Later, Shadow Dragon.
Peace out, Shadow Dragon.
Naginatas are one of my favorite pole arms. Do you have a tier list of favorite pole arms? I would love to hear that. Bacham. You can make one? Do it. That could be a good stream. Tier listing pole arms.
Do it.
And give exact reasons why.
Of course! I don't know anything about science?
Remember, that quote was said by Hitler
Oh shit, that was Hitler
in a
said that.
Superman comic. Superman at Earth's End, specifically.
Whoops.
Specifically, it was one of the twin clones of Hitler that were making... One of the twin clones of Hitler that were making, mutant Batman clones.
Oh, jeez.
That comic is insane. And it's also the comic that gave us, Linkara's battle cry. I am a man!
Oh, was that
no,
same
the dragon's
one,
coming out!
Ah, shit.
Yeah, and I've never found a good way to, like, counter the dragon. It just kind of does what it wants.
Counter the dragon! As opposed to enter the dragon, you counter the dragon. Or at least try to.
Well, I mean, there is a martial arts movie called Twin Dragon Encounter. And that has the word counter in it.
Yes.
Technically.
You are technically correct.
The best kind of correct.
I really need to get JKR here watching. I got a feeling, was it you who said you've never actually watched it, JKR?
What?
Futurama.
Futurama?
Oh, I've watched Futurama. Not like from start to finish, but I've seen a few episodes.
Yeah, you need to see more than just a few episodes.
What?
Why? You just asked why?
No, I didn't ask why.
Oh. I could have sworn I heard you say why.
No, I didn't say why.
He didn't say anything.
Yeah, you're here.
Crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room.
Thank you, sir.
A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. And rats fucking crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room.
How fond of JKR are you exactly, Arikado?
I'm just saying, if something were mysteriously to happen to him, I've already claimed dibs on his Transformers collection.
Hey, fair. How much do you want that Transformers collection?
Here's the thing: since I called dibs, that makes it mine via the international dibs law and the no takebacks accord.
Right.
In other words, fuck you, Bert.
I'm just saying, if you were to acquire said Transformers collection sooner than later, how would you feel?
I am legally advised to not answer that question on stream, so as to not implicate myself in something that may or may not happen in the near future.
Ah, gotcha. Yes, one of those situations. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hey, JKR, let's play baseball.
Hmm? What?
Have you ever played baseball?
I actually played softball once when I was a kid. Wasn't good at it.
Oh, good. You know what position I played?
What?
Pitcher.
Yeah, well, I'd be striking out like crazy, so yeah, you know, that's not gonna do you any good, dude.
You only need to strike out once.
No, I think you need to strike 3 times, then you're out.
Not when I play.
So when you play,
no.
they change the rules of baseball?
Called Calvin Ball.
But you didn't say Calvin Ball, you said baseball.
I know.
You're
The
digging
joke
your.
here was I was going to throw him. But
You're. Oh, you. Here's the thing, Bird. You can't throw me. You've tried. I'm too heavy for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose this fight.
maybe I could take here to do it.
Here would no doubt not be able to lift me either. I'm sure the man is strong. I'm not saying he's not. But I just don't think he's able to lift someone of my weight.
What do you mean?
He says
someone
I
of
could
your
throw
weight?
both of
Size
you.
Of a ball. You're the size of a small grenade, aren't you?
Yeah, but he's made out of dark matter. One ounce of which weighs more than 1,000 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
You win this round, JKR. You win this round. Once I learn how to use seismic toss, though, you're screwed.
No, I think you're the one who's screwed for it. Because you'll have to deal with the cleanup.
Ladies, you can screw each other later.
You stay out of this.
Suddenly, I
This
don't
is
wish
my
to
stream.
respond
I feel like
anymore.
I'm entitled to be part of this.
He's got you there, JKR.
Shut up for it.
No. I want to be.
Let's see. What Pokemon type is normal type weak against?
Fighting.
That's yes. Thank you.
This coming from the guy who tried to put a ghost type against me.
Yeah, well, it was Halloween. What do you expect?
At least some form of intelligence from you.
Here's the thing. The Pokemon anime taught him that type matchups don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that literally a line in one season of Pokemon? They just say typing doesn't matter. Or whatever.
Something like that, yeah. I don't remember. It's been so long.
If you managed to take down an Onyx by accidentally triggering the damn water. Or not even accidentally, on purpose, triggering the
Sprinklers.
fire system. The
Now the question-
fire system.
The sprinklers, yes.
Yes.
Yes, those things.
Yes. Now, what to use against Furret? An Annihilate or a Toxicroak? Decisions. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Toxicroak.
Technically, I could one-hit kill and annihilate.
Well, then, Toxicroak, I choose you.
I don't know what sound a
oh
Toxicroak
no,
makes.
not annihilate.
What'd you say, Furret? I didn't hear you.
I said, oh no, not annihilate.
Yeah,
He
well,
didn't
too
call
late.
out Annihilate, he called out Toxicroak.
I know. That was
Here's fact-checking you on the ability to, one-hit kill and annihilate.
What?
Here's fact-checking you on your claim that you can one-hit KO and annihilate.
Depends on what my moveset is.
He says, take away stab and... well, I don't know what he's trying to say, but basically he's saying a Furret isn't able to, one-hit KO and annihilate in standard gameplay. Here's the thing. We never said he wasn't a hacked for it.
I mean, I have a Team Rocket experiment gone horribly wrong.
Here's assuming that he's an average furret, whereas like I've encountered hacked Pokemon in battles before. I've told this story before, but I'm telling you again. I had a friend who was a pathological liar. We're not friends anymore, and it's not just because of the pathological lying. It's we had a single Pokemon battle in Gen 5, and one of the Pokemon he sent out against me was that like sweat my team was a level 100 Magikarp that knew Roar of Time.
The fuck?
And he insisted that it wasn't hacked. He caught it that way.
Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. There is no way a Magikarp at level 100 even knew. Like, even
there's
there's
literally no way, because Roar of Time is a move exclusive to Dialga.
Dialga, but yeah.
But I was going to say, you know, Tyr, you're talking about a furret who knows flamethrower by using a literal fucking flamethrower.
Yeah, well, hey, Toxicroak, use Poison Jab.
Okay, but you know flamethrower, but do you know Flammenwerfer?
No, but
This is my Flammenwerfer. It werfs Flammen.
If you hum a few bars, I can fake it.
God, you're an idiot for it.
Flammenwerfer is the German word for flamethrower.
I kind of gathered.
But it's also like an old meme of like some German soldiers with a flamethrower. It's like, this is my Flammenwerfer, it werfs Flammen. And another one is like an anti-tank rocket launcher. It's like, this is my Panzerfaust. It fausts Panzers.
Yeah, the sad fact is, like, Ferd and I both know someone from Germany, and I have a feeling if either one of us said that to her, she'd probably hop the pond and try and kill us both.
You know the term across the pond refers to England, right?
Yes, I know, but she's in Europe, so it's the same difference.
No, it isn't. England is part of an island that is not connected to mainland Europe.
You're not gonna win this one, JKR run.
What for?
I had to study for a geography bee in middle school where I represented my entire grade. You are not winning this against me.
I just noticed you have a small animated rope tied around your neck. Unless that's part of the game.
I think it was part of the game. Yeah, I think it was part of the game.
It looked like you had like a little star.
Yeah, it's not a rope. It's I'm covering up that it is an animated tiger, and that's its tail. That is.
It looked like you were wearing a scarf.
In game, it's referred to as the ecstasy meter, which is like the more active the tiger is, the higher the meter is, and therefore the closer you are to being able to pull off one of your supers.
Like I said, it looked like you were wearing a scarf. It's kind of cool, actually.
I think I just found my strategy.
But like as I was saying, yeah, our friend, she'd literally just, you know, do what she could to get herself from Germany to the U.S., find us both, and kill our asses, and then head back to Germany.
No, she wouldn't. Too much effort. She'd hire our other friend to do it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the problem is Levi's too much of a lazy fuck.
Levi would do anything for a Scooby snack.
Bullshit! I know Levi. He's not. You know. Okay, you know what? I will give you that. I will give you that. Motivated enough, he would actually do it. It really just depends on what the motivation is.
So I'm imagining that the whole like come out dragon thing is basically what the fight against Darkstar would have been like if Human Gene hadn't cucked us out of that fight. Except I think his dragon was bigger. Also, it's kind of funny that he had like a dragon coming out of his beam katana, given that the hilt of his beam katana is shaped like a horse. No, do not come out, dragon. Stay in the closet.
Bad dragon, no gay for you.
I was gonna say I'm not sponsored by Bad Dragon, but then that would be like implying that I want to be sponsored by Bad Dragon. I don't think they offer anything I'm all that interested in, other than for the novelty value.
Well, I got notification. So
I did not make out a word of that.
Neither did I.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
My phone is dying. It has told me I need to leave.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for joining us for as long as you could.
Yep, no problem. You guys have fun. Hopefully next week I'll be able to do it on my actual fucking computer.
Yep.
Fingers crossed.
Peace out, gentlemen.
Later.
That's not the line. He left without saying the line.
We did not allow him to fuck off, though, so...
Alright, I'm definitely gonna win this one. Come on, just a few more hits should do it. I might be getting a bit cocky. May or may not. There we go. To think this isn't even the worst boss in the game.
Wait, it's not?
Nope. Universally, everyone agrees that the second form of the final boss is the worst boss in the entire series.
Oh, jeez.
Like, obviously our final boss is gonna be Jasper Bat Jr., the guy that we're trying to get revenge against.
Right.
But because of how just horribly designed his boss fight is, everyone refers to him as Bastard Twat Jr.
You beat him. He had nothing left.
I know that, but he was a true warrior, and you gunned him down like a thug.
This is not some pee-wee karate tournament, Travis. You do not play bows and go home. You are an assassin, and killing is how you win. But what? He fought honorably, so you want to let him live? So he can come back stronger and cut you in half? You are developing a bad habit. First that dumb schoolgirl, now him? Just finish the job, or we will do it for you. These fights are not a sport.
Shit.
Travis, you gotta stop pulling a Goku and sparing all of your enemies. And by all of them, I mean, like, barely any of them. Oh, I'll spare Frieza, and he'll totally not come back later. Alright, I believe we can do one more boss fight, and then I'll call it a night. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I was waiting for. We get to play as Mr. Sir Henry motherfucker for one boss fight.
Oh, lovely.
Now, you may be wondering, who's Henry gonna fight? Given that he's in a coma right now.
Where the... I must be having a nightmare. Or am I?
Who's this little cutie? Is she real?
Now, you may be wondering, who the fuck is this?
Read your thoughts.
Is that what you were wondering?
Yes, actually I was. What the fuck is that?
We are going to fight the mental, like, projection of all of Travis's anime fetishes combined into one horrendous character. Given that during this fight, Travis is off in the very next room jacking off to anime.
Oh, lovely.
I'm going back.
No!
Thank you.
Also, her name's Mimi.
I've got to kill you.
Why don't you come with me? You like it there.
I know you're trying to trick me.
And she's voiced by Debbie Derryberry, so that's two Debbie Derryberry bosses in one game. And if the name Debbie Derryberry doesn't sound familiar to you, Jimmy Neutron, Zatch Bell.
Oh, him.
Her.
I mean, her. Yes. I said him by accident, sorry.
So, Henry does have his own unique mechanics. It's a shame he only gets to use them in this one fight. He has infinite battery life, for one, so he doesn't have a unique charging animation, because he never gets to charge. He has a dash move, and he can fire projectiles by charging up his attack. You love Zatch Bell? It's on the Microsoft Store now, the entire series, so it's finally legally available in some form. For the longest time, it wasn't. Of course, remember that the Zatch Bell that's on any online stores or streaming services is going to be the English dub, which was not finished, and even then, the anime didn't finish the whole story. Hey, Gig! Showed up just in time for the last boss that we're fighting tonight. We're fighting the manifestation of Travis's anime fetishes, including mecha, psychic powers, and lollies. Remember, Travis is not a character you're supposed to aspire to. He's supposed to be a loser. And we're not playing as Travis for this fight. We're playing as his cool twin brother, Mr. Sir Henry Motherfucker, also known as Henry Cooldown. That is actually his last name, Cooldown.
Oh, wow.
As we'll find out in No More Heroes 3, the reason he has a different last name is because they were split up during their childhoods, and Henry was raised by the Cooldown family in Ireland. That's also why Henry has an Irish accent while Travis doesn't.
Yeah.
They'll also, you know, in case you didn't think Travis's dad was enough of a piece of shit from hearing Gene's backstory, we'll find out he's even worse than you thought he was. Oh God, don't slap me! I don't want to do one of those professional slap fights. This is not God slap. I am not critical. I'm not moist enough to be critical. All right. Time to kill the loli.
Oh, boy.
The worst part is, you know, someone gets off to the way she died.
Yep.
What better way to kill the manifestation of so many fetishes than to make her die in the most deviant art-ass way possible?
No way! Oh, chill out!
What the bloody hell?
About time you woke up.
Yeah. Are you the one who rescued me?
I had a fight to win. You were just collateral damage. So get out when you can manage it. Until then, I've got some good shit on video.
We'll see about that.
So yeah, don't get used to playing as Henry. That is the only time he's playable in the entire series.
Oh, damn.
And with that, we're going to end it there for tonight.
Okay.
And let me see if I have anyone that I feel like raiding. We are going to raid Melody Wisp, who is a VTuber I've been getting into recently, who, they are all about, accessibility in gaming and streaming.
Oh, nice.
And they're also very chill, and they appear to be playing one of the Ace Attorney games. They're also just very cute. So, give Melody Wisp a warm welcome from me. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you to both of my co-hosts for joining me tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, and until then, unpleasant dreams.
Well, the boys have caught us. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go.
Good night, everybody.